let us continue playing Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. As we continue on with the second video of this month, amazingly, we have managed to now, I think. We're going to start here, and we're going to do this mission. Drake's Peerless Navy versus Hawk's Air Force. Who will win? Flash, is the airport completed? Yep, I built your specs, but what? You sure you want a standard airport? Let me add some options. Options? What are you talking about? You know, all kinds of stuff, like a self-destruct system? Not necessary. Boring. If it's ready, I'd like to use it now. The enemy is close at hand. Go ahead, be my guest. Navy versus Air. Henry's built an airport. They'll finish it shortly, sir. You didn't notice this earlier? I must have hidden it somehow. Plus, they built in such a short amount of time. Amazing speed. I see. Thanks for the intel. Good work. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. They must have realized I'm the only one who can sail these waters. Planes versus boats. Uranus do have powerful advantages, but I'm not sunk yet. This Sea Dog's got a few tricks up his sleeve. That he does! So, we'll start with that move. We're then going to go for infantry and infantry. So we'll have these two grab these territories, you go off grab that port, because that's probably the most efficient way to do this. So as you'll notice, we have quite a lot of good starting units. They, however, have six of these battlecopters. Now, a cruiser, especially Drake's cruisers, will probably wipe them out in single combat. The problem is, though, as you can kind of tell from the way the battle's laid out, they have better access to their air units early, and it's going to be a big battle for this middle island. There is kind of a mini battle for this one, but the secondary thing, there's no coasts on this side either, so I have to get round to the ports first, which is a pain. So, load them up. I'm then going to move this as far as it will go, and then we're going to deploy the cruisers. Now, the other slight advantage that air units tend to have is that they're generally cheaper. You can build battlecopters for 9,000. We can't even get landers for, I think, 10, 12,000 maybe? Maybe more than that, actually. So, yeah, in the turn. Now, they do have less money than us to start with, slightly, but they'll recover that if I'm not careful. So, day 2. Ah, darn it, I'm just out of range of this. Is it worth grabbing this island first? I don't think it is. Nah, I just don't know, think it is. Right. So yeah, as I was saying, that you go and grab that. Start work. You go and grab that. Start work. You move up to there. And can I build another lander? No, I can't. Cruisers are 18,000. I will need those. We'll definitely need those. Pretty much, I don't see us building many of the other things here. And we might end up building some rockets or anti-air units along the way, but I think we want to just generally get to these two. That's pretty much the only goal I have right now. Meanwhile, they're working towards their 6,000. Now, I don't know exactly what the disconnect is going to be here, so I'm willing to offer up some bait here. I'm going to throw this cruiser into this place. I'm going to drop both of those. So now those are captured, we'll start running them back home. I probably should think about building a lander there, actually. Did I not move those two the second turn? I must not have done. Which may prove to be an error in a little bit, but we'll see. If I drag them forward, it's going to help out somewhat. So that's all of that grabbed. Could go APCing here, which has some fun implications. APC lander. Now this is how we stack up here. This could work out quite nicely for me here, actually, if I do this. So APC, lander, get them into that area in 3 turns, get them rushing towards the middle. That might just save me here. The downside I've got is that they can build tanks and they can move them down here more easily. So they can get tanks into this area quick. Okay, so they're deploying up. You have not attacked. So that just shows how much the disparity is in attack strengths here, relatively. And they could also go and make you grab for that middle island. Alright. The furthest one back can hurt one of these, so we're going to do so. There's one. And there will be two. And now I've got to consider attack ranges. So, I can't get this APC. The APC can't get anything here, and wherever I move you, you're going to get attacked. So, we're going to begin our retreat. I was going to build another lander, but I'm actually not sure anymore. I want to grab this, because if I can just shave off a little bit of time, I should do so. And for similar reasons, we're going to do this. So if they really want to have a go at this, they're going to have some problems. Yeah, we're going to kill this one. Just so I'm a little more spread out, and so we got some options developed here. I think though they can still attack who they want here. Pretty much at will, they can attack who they want. Only one of them can attack the infantry as long as he's there, so that's a good enough indication for me to keep him there, I guess. Well, they have built an APC of their own, so they are mobile. But if I can deal with their initial bomber attack, and in fact they are kind of going, yeah, they kind of did what I expected. This isn't so critical, I can still take it in 2 turns, which is how long it's going to take me to get the lander up there anyway, meaning it's not entirely wasted time. But they now have artillery units in place, which is odd, really. So let's wipe you out. I then need to position my other cruiser up to go and deal with whatever they start trying to build up there now. It's likely to be battlecopters, but you never know with this game sometimes. And it will prevent them from thinking about being sneaky onto, say, certain islands that are almost in range now. Yeah, it's only got 6 points of movement, remember, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can't get to... It can't get to another island, so that cruise is going to be an attack, going to be preventing it from moving off, just by being there. Right. Let's continue capturing. As long as I get fortunate with that, that will be fine. I haven't considered who I'm ferrying out in a minute here, but there we go, 120. 120 and a blocking piece. Okay, so I've definitely got that next turn. This will move into one position away. Then the next turn I can move him out, so that's fine. That's all sorted. Question is, do I need to build anything for that lander? Could build a tank and just get that across. In fact, I'm not liking the tank idea because I can just load the tank on. Yeah, I can build an infantry as well. So it'll move 1, 2, 3. That's got to move into range there. Get the tank on. Yeah, that'll do fine. And I will need a tank sooner or later up there, even if it's going to be quicker to just build those stuff. Yeah, they have minor power already. They haven't used it, which is probably thankful, because it prevents me from being out of time sink. And now come their forces. As already mentioned, they can't move that battlecopter anywhere I can't get to it. So I'm at least preventing them from taking too many territories here, even if I can't fully stop them yet. The downside of all these attacking things, though, is I am going to start hitting some issues soon. Okay, port captured. can land. You can load up. You move down. And I'm at 11,000. I think what I want to be doing here is I want to be saving up. I might grab you in a minute and see about grabbing this island, but we'll do that after we've done the double thing that we're preparing at the moment. They need missiles to get out to us at this point, and now I have a second backup, and not a lot of other uses for him, really. Anyway, these now are blocking pieces in the middle of the ocean, just there in case they decide to build anything that flies that I need to worry about. So, does he have his superpower? I should have checked this first, but no, he's still a minor. He's not going to use it yet. But he will grab that. He will grab that city, but that's just a city. I can live with that. Right. You're going to start capturing here just purely because I don't need to do much else. You're going to work your way along. Okay, so they're a couple of turns away from being able to do things, but that will allow me to get this quite easily now, I think. Also, that artillery has not moved where I thought it was going to go. Technically, it can put itself into range, so I'm going to keep that there, actually. That makes sense to me. Again, it can move 6, which I guess means they could. Actually, no, they can't. They can't cross this bit of ocean either. The only bit of ocean they can cross is this one. So, putting a secondary cover up here might be a beneficial thing for me to do. If only to start... I imagine they can make it there anyway if they want to. I mean, they're not going to be as evasive as a human player would be, certainly, but... Right, so I now have a fair amount of money built up here. But I'm happy not to spend any of it until I can get those two territories sorted out. If I can stick a Neo-Tank or something down there, all to be good. Load it up. They didn't even keep it for cover protection. I would have been happy to take a hit. But if they're just going to let me take it, I'm going to take it. So they have 2 infantry on the way, and we do have a potential blocking move here. It means the infantry will run a bit rampant, which I can live with, at the cost of blocking this bridge and buying myself some more time. So we're definitely taking advantage here. They're probably going to double power in a moment, though. Because... oh, damn it. No, it doesn't matter. It's going to be 3 turns regardless of what I do here. I either wait a turn with them in or not, so I'm happy to just go for this a little. Right. Unfortunately, we will have to spend 2 turns to go and pick that up, but I might as well then, given everything. Grab another infantry. I should have grabbed an APC actually, or something, a tank that have made it there. Yeah, it doesn't matter now. Okay, 30,000 still in reserve. I don't think I would have triggered him at this point. He's close, certainly. I think not going to be too much more cost to do it. And honestly, I don't like... oh, they've gone aggressive. He wants to trigger his power. That's what he's doing here. See, this is the... I'm surprised they didn't do this earlier, actually, because a 6-4 is enough of a trade that you'd think they'd go for that. And we have a one-step power ourselves. Now, the interesting thing with these two in a matchup is that I have, of course, the ability to do 2 damage back to him once we've done and taken all of ours. So, I'm not going to attack at all there. I'm going to take this out. And then I'm going to sit my wounded cruiser on... actually, no, I don't have to sit my wounded cruiser there. I can actually go there. I might as well run you back home. We might as well get you repaired, actually, the way it's going. Tank infantry can go and pick up there. We'll be able to grab you before we head back, which is okay by me. You loaded in there. Very slowly grabbing that territory, and what can I do with 2 APCs? I can go for blocking pieces. Always go for blocking pieces if you can. As much as I would love to grab there, I don't want to let these guys out. This guy's going to very slowly be a pain, but very slowly, and if I need to, I've got this to deal with him. I'm happy for him to have the money right now, especially as I'm looking at 2 Neo-Tanks in the very near future. To be defeated is to lose everything. Prepare for that outcome. On the other hand... the thing is, though, he doesn't have a lot to counterattack me with, so most of the stuff's just going to sitting there on 8. And I can merge those 2 back up now. The only thing I've got that is a problem, I think, is that it's going to be difficult for me to definitely take out his APCs in the future. But I certainly have the money to repair things. Yeah, 82 is not guaranteed anymore. So, I'm going to merge those up. Gonna spend the 2 turns grabbing here. We're then going to prevent you from advancing. Too much, anyway. Oh, an AA and a cruiser on that territory. Anything they build out of that base is going to be doomed. You can move to there. I'm tempted to get my money back, but I'm going to hold off for the moment because we might want some support going over here. Since I have the APC anyway. Tank can run along. You can keep grabbing. And you can spend 3 turns grinding out this. Good news is, you... well, one of you at least. Yeah, we'll go with that. What do I want to do here? APC mech, APC mech. Means I can only build 1 Neo tank there, but I've got the spare capacity anyway, and I'd like to have some infantry that can capture things. So that seems okay move to me. And since I can't do much else, I might as well make this play. Just wound this thing down. It's a long way away from any port. If I had that middle territory, I might have gone for it, but... recon attack, but 6 strength recon is not going to be doing a lot against an APC there. Especially when I'm going to recover him anyway. Oh, I did get a battlecopter in, even realised they'd done that. And you're actually sending out that APC to get prepared, which I'm okay with. Meanwhile, boom. I have everything well under the cover at this point, really, don't I? So they got the artillery in position, but he's unfortunately not at the front of this, at the front of a chain, so this is all going to go my way. And suddenly, we have some territories. Now the 8 strength thing here will, I think, just prepare itself for an APC move. I'm going to move in there because I want to replace the APC with a tank there. You're 1 short, which is fine by me. You're going to load up, and you are going to start deploying. So I'll deploy you first. Try and grab that airport up top, because that might be somewhat helpful in the future. Meanwhile, yeah, we keep going. We just wait for this superpower of ours to develop. It's not too much, but, you know, 1,000 reduction is 1,000 reduction. Okay, that APC is not going to last another turn, but we only need it to last this turn. That's brave. Also, not very effective. That's the one thing they are good at. They don't get damaged a lot by ground attacks, even though they can be done. It very nearly triggered our star off, which would have been a little more helpful, in all honesty. Right, he may only have 5, but he might as well keep going with what he's doing. You want to grab that airport back, because I don't want them having it. Meanwhile... did I mention 2 Neo-Tanks a while back? I'm fairly sure I did. You can get to anywhere you need to go, really, so I'm just going to move this back for the others. Tank comes in, tank destroys. So what do they have in terms of attack power down here? They don't have anything. In fact, I can still make another crossover. They have a tank, actually, I've just noticed. This is probably the wrong way round for this, because if I'd have had the tank forward, they'd have had to go tank, but overall, I think it works. I now have 2 of these things to worry about, so I'm going to be positioning a little more cautiously for the moment. You're going to go up and grab that. You're going to deploy your last unit there. You're going to head down, and yeah, I spent a lot of my money this turn. Still waiting for my power to trigger, and he's only got 10,000 again. Oh, they've got a battlecopter there, I just noticed. My answer is no. The answer will always be no. Okay, we have our superpower triggered, so do you want to do it now? I think we might want to do this now. Actually, no, I want to do it next turn, because next turn I have things that will just punch through. No questions asked, they will just punch through. Alright, can't do a lot with you anymore, so I'm happy to just sit back, grab this territory. Start grabbing this as well, just so I've got the cruisers on standby if I want them. A couple of APCs deployed. Yeah, we're very much on top of this game here. It might only be... The only concern is I might be losing some speed, but if you look at the overall ball position, I'm about to walk all over him. Tempted to swap here. Yeah, I'm going to swap. The reason I'm going to swap is obviously I don't want that... I don't want the artillery to trigger and hit me, but I do want to start destroying some things as well. Because, you know, if he's going to use his minor power, I prefer him to do it now than allow me to counterpunch. He didn't get that far in any case. Yes, here we go. Unlikely that was going to work out and kill. Oh, he's brave. Brave, brave, brave fool. Time to show you how we do things at sea. Typhoon. 2 damage to everything. Fuel reduction. And it rains, which gives a further boost to our character, I believe, if I have a look at this. Yeah, movement is not affected by rain, so everybody's movement is down as well. Hinders enemy movement. So huzzah for all of that. We have no power boost. That's the only depressing thing about Drake. He gains no power boost, but you know, fuel reduction is big. So can definitely take this out, so we're going to. He will almost certainly counterattack with a Black Wave. But he's going to have to spend a lot of his money repairing this round as well, so there's always that. Okay, we have a couple of airports in case we decide they're useful. So, here we go. The punch. I can only go 3 steps, unfortunately, I've just noticed. Which is a pain. I'll have to live with it. Keep you alive. Punch 1. I want to keep the Neo tank actually in the position where it won't be hit back if I can. Hence why I'm doing it this way around. And we're right on his base now, actually, as it turns out. So we're nearly at capture point. Which is an interesting place to be. Especially as I've got APCs nearby as well. Another territory gained. Yeah, screw it, I might as well send these on the attack run. Yeah, we have so much brunt force, he's just not pushing. He's not getting through this. Just isn't. Oh, and he hasn't even got his Black Wave open this round, which I thought he might have. Yeah, so he's gone infantry rush. The sea has gone away. Yeah, I'm going to get a double infantry attack here, just try and trade him off. His infantry is better than ours, so, yeah, no, something I have to live with. I'm tempted to go for some air support, actually. Considering the amount of money I have, I might as well think about bombers here. Yeah, bomber. Why not? He's got absolutely zero, which worries us at this point. I've got mechs on the way. This is just going to be over. The only thing I've really got to concern myself with is whether I can actually catch a lot of his units, but with 2 Neotanks in his base anyway, you're going to be reduced to 9 at worst. Oh, sorry, I made that 3 Neotanks. If it does take us a little longer, I got mech units on the way. No, I've just walked all over in this one. And grab an extra territory just before the Black Wave hits. Yeah, so I've got nothing else I need to do. Don't even need to risk this, really. Yeah, this can be the boneyard of broken things. Does he Black Wave? He does. This is the end. How right Hawk is! I've got some units that are wounded, but I'll live with that. Honestly, 9 strength... he's only got infantry against 9 strength Neotanks. I think we know who's got this. Okay, so... move supply. You can't hit range anyway, so let's just go for... well, you know what? These things are going to survive a little bit. And that just shows you how weak his bombers actually are. All fear the useless bomber. But it had to be built. And even if it didn't, it had to be built. Alright, 72% damage there. Your tank moves up. Might as well move my actual tank up. And the 4. Reduce this, but this is purely because otherwise I will, there's a possibility I'll lose the APC with the infantry in it. But actually, no, we'll use that to threaten. Where possible, we'll threaten mate. Yep, you can stay in there. You can just about finish that off. You can go attack here. What else do I need? Oh yeah, battlecopters. Okay, and you can do some restocking of things, but we'll live with that, I think. 9, and I'll merge these up. He does have some money built up now, but it's a token defense at best. Did he build anything that turn, or is he saving up? Oh, he did build a battlecopter, actually. Alright, what's the ranges? Actually, you know what? I'm just going to build another cruiser. I have a spare stuff for it, so it makes sense to me. Meanwhile, I'm gonna wipe this out. $33 plus 10 from the anti-air will kill that off. I even lock that unit in if I wanted to now. Just lock the APC to... you know, there's no point really. Okay. So given everything else, I think the best thing to do is just lock these units on places. I wouldn't normally use Neotanks for the sort of blocking positional plays, but... And I suppose they can build things anyway, so yeah, okay, let's go. Let's have a go at this base then. It'd be the same whether I do it in 3 turns and wait or whatever, but at the moment they can't break through the territory here. They only have 7 points worth of infantry to prevent me from going and grabbing it anyway. So I'm going to go and grab it. Nope, nope, capture. Okay, so they can only attack from one direction in any case. That's going to be blocked off in a moment when I put the ABC mech unit down. I should have this in 3 turns. If I can't do it sooner, depending on how they move their other units around. Build another battle copter. Grab the territories for the sake of it. Okay, so they get a 6 strength infantry down to fight this off, but I'm still going to have it at 7. So still 3 turns. And they've mostly gone for repair jobs here by the look of it. So the question is, can I still do this in less turns? So I can wipe out all their units this turn, this will do it, but I've got a feeling they would have built a battlecopter or something up north. They didn't spend a lot of money. No, they haven't. Okay. So it's very possible to finish this off this turn, buy myself an extra turn for speed, and of course all the power points for just wiping them out. So, the question becomes, what's the best way to do this? Bomber wipes out APC. Was the most expensive unit on the board, so not entirely unjustified. Right, so it takes 2 mech units to wipe that out, which won't be a problem, which will do it. Then that'll leave that 3 strength infantry, which I can finish with my capturing infantry if I absolutely have to. Uh, 44. Let's see about this one first. Nope. Let's see about this one then. 72. Where possible, Neotank. And that's game. Naval units repelling a superior air force. Quite a feat. Seems I underestimated my opponents. This war's far from over, though. The only battle I have to win is the final one. The enemy is retreating on all fronts. Looks like we won, somehow. So, I'm here for no reason, eh? Eagle, you came to lend a hand. I heard the enemy was mainly air units. I left the front under the command of their sub-commander. But it looks like I was right for nothing. I got lucky. It was more than luck. How so? Drake, you're a gifted tactician. Should give yourself more credit. You do realize defeating an army comprising mainly air units, right? Actually, no, it didn't really comprise mainly air units. It mostly was ground by the end, but, you know. Perhaps it's your humility that people find so appealing. Perhaps it's so, but victory nonetheless, and a probable A rank. In fact, it was a total A rank. A few more of those will set the campaign score nicely into the S rank, which is what I hope to get at the end of this. We went through so many initial videos with S rank, S rank, S rank. I want to get the campaign S rank if possible. I think we've only lost a couple of lower ranks really, but hey, we're getting towards the end of the game now. We really don't have that much more to go. Next mission is... I don't remember this one. Oh no, I remember this one. This one's a pain. This one's a pain from memory. So that'll be next time. Until then.